Today, instead of some complicated recipe, I'm going to share a super simple technique where we can really upgrade our chicken salad. You know, a lot of times, especially with the store-bought chicken salads, they're so bland and boring you really have to dress them up with a bunch of other ingredients just to make them palatable. But how we're going to prepare our chicken is going to change that. I'm going to be using 2 chicken breasts today, which I think is the perfect cut for this, and we do want to salt and pepper these liberally on both sides. Now, at this point, what most chicken salad recipes have you do is poach the chicken, which is just a fancy word for boiling. And for me, you're just not going to get any good flavor into the chicken that way. I don't care how many bay leaves and peppercorns you throw into the water. So instead, we're actually going to pan roast our chicken. So first, we want to sear our chicken thoroughly in a little butter on both sides until it's nice and brown. A 9-inch cast iron skillet or Dutch oven is perfect for this, but any sort of oven-safe pan will work. Once our chicken is nice and brown on both sides like this, we're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of water or chicken stock. I'm going to use some chicken stock to get that double chickened in goodness. That's going to bubble up on us, but don't panic. Just whisk that straight off to a preheated 350 degree Fahrenheit oven where we're going to bake for 1 hour. And when we pull this out, we do want to let it cool completely, or at least cool enough to handle. And I mean, just look at that. We can already tell this is going to be some delicious chicken salad. We could go ahead and just shred these up by hand, but I do find cutting it into chunks with a knife first helps get it started. And from here, I'm just going to dump it all into a big bowl and get it shredded up the rest of the way with my hands. We could always use a food processor or a cleaver or knife to just slap chop it into pieces.
Slap chop!
But you don't really need to. Especially with our chicken breast having roasted for a full hour, it should pull apart pretty easily for us. Now that our chicken's looking nice and fine, as for the actual chicken salad part, I like to keep this super simple. Pretty much the only thing I add is mayonnaise. I've got a little over half a cup here, but you might want more or less depending on the texture you like on your final chicken salad. Now if you're thinking, hey, what, no chopped up celery for a little crunch? No relish, no bits of bacon, no raisins? And all that stuff can be great, and now would definitely be the time to add it. But for me, I like to wait until the end and use that stuff more like toppings. And speaking of which, let me know in the comments below what your favorite thing is to add to chicken salad. The most interesting one I will pin at the top. I really hope you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up below, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you don't miss our future recipes. And check out one of my other videos up on the screen now. This has been Graham with A Passion for Food.